Yo, 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 this your boy JB Levi bringing you another video, another hot topic. And as you can see, I'm really diving into this dating life and this I call it the dating market, but it is at a tragic state for certain cultural groups or certain diverse groups that believe a certain way that it does not fit the modern society. And that's good to talk about the modern day women, but I also want to talk about the modern day man. I think we getting a pass right now and a slap on the wrist, but keep in mind it we don't want to give an excuse for modern women to be the way they are. It's no excuse for that, and this is what we're gonna debunk. So let's get ready. So here we go, and I've been really delving into this a little more. Although I knew a lot of this stuff because your boy, I've been single for about almost 10 years now. And it's just the way it was. It ain't just because I choose to be single completely. Just my last relationship ended on some BS. Pretty much, my ex went into the military and we just disconnected. It wasn't a strong connection. And I've had relationships in the past where it ended like that. It was no real criteria for ending it. And you will find through the facts of this man, Tammy Samuel, I didn't even know he touched the facts like that. But he hit the fact the other day. I watched one of his videos, and I don't even watch him that much. I only probably watch, I can't even say two handfuls of his videos. Probably watched one handful of his videos so far. And I've got enough to know information and factual information and to really agree and assess the situation accurately. And he said, what, 90 to 80 to 90% of women in the marriage, divorce in the marriages. That's outstanding numbers, but it's even it's translating into marriage, but it's still in the single dating world as well, because I didn't end my last two relationships, my last two serious relationships. They ended. Why, I don't know. They've never told me. Never told me. But that don't hurt my feelings. It just get me to understand that they weren't worth my time anyways. I've learned that. I ain't knew that at the time, but it was confusing at the time. So I looking at all of this stuff and I ain't saying, whoa, I'm just perfect and I had everything together. That's not the argument here. It's just to show that females will indirectly make the relationship sour, or in the relationship rather. And so I think that tells a lot about what he was alluding to as far as modern women, what aspect of relationships they look for. And I think we are more willing to settle for less than they are. And what I mean by that is our expectations aren't set as high as their expectations. And so there's an imbalance there that is not being addressed in the black community, but specifically in the women, the modern women. And I feel like entertainment and television, and I always go to this because where's this mindset stemming from? It's stemming from the TV. It's stemming from manipulation and hypnosis. And something is pushing this agenda. Now, this is not a recent truth. This is actually a more generational truth that has been plaguing us for such a time now. And you see it because you see all these single mothers and grandma been alone and mama alone and now the daughter alone. And it's almost like, what do we expect for the next generation? They gonna just magically get it together? I don't think so. It would have to be a change in the whole aspect of everything for it to get put right, set right. And that don't give men a pass. Because a lot of our men in jail, A lot of the men got other issues. I ain't even gonna really hit on them. And then some of us just unfaithful. And what is it? It's like a nucleus bomb in the middle of us coming together. Like it's something. It's like two a negative and a positive magnet. It want to go together, but it keep reflecting around and it keep going around. It's kind of like we don't set our minds on one specific way to be, one specific thing to do, or how to become. And I think it's bigger than just relationships at that point. I think you have to start channeling self love and manifesting a healthy mindset, a humble mindset. I see, like, I could dissect so much of his stuff. Like, he does such a great job of just revealing the psychological, I don't want to say damage, but it is damage that the females have faced. It's scrutiny. It's itching to the ears. It's like somebody scratching on your eardrum walls. Cause it's like, why don't you get it? Why don't you get that? Hey, I'm in a certain position where I have to be more understanding of the matters at hand. And men do not get a pass. I feel like what has happened is culture. The rappers of the world. And it's interesting that Future get on his thing, use his name for a platform to speak on his truths about his circumstances, and but his music portrays something completely contrary to what needs to be done. And you listen in the Future, and Future gonna mess up your future. Men, I'm talking to you. You want to be like Future. You want to be like Lil Boozy and all of these people. Now, I will agree some of these men are good men, but some of them show you that they're not going to ever change. Future had the opportunity to marry Sierra, the woman he had his baby with. Why does Russell Wilson got his wife taking care of his kid? Don't say men, all black men trash. You can't use that excuse. And men, you can't say that women are the problem. All women are the problem. Because there are successful marriages. And some of us men just don't want to settle down. We want to run wild till we get old, just like the women. You find them say, oh, I want to get married at 30. They want to run wild, and then try to get married late. You done had 2 babies. You done been with 50, 60 different men. Some get up that high. Some in the lower 20 extremities. But either way, look at all these people that done been with you. Where is the coalescing? Where does it work? You already mentally abused. Now man gotta go in, show you that he ain't the type of men you've been used to. Deal with your insecurities. And you say you men looking for somebody. That's interesting she say that. Men looking for men that are security. I mean women who are secure. But you showing your insecurities all over for thousands of people to see how insecure you really are. Men is this, men are liars. You and you saying you need security. Oh, a man needs a woman who's not insecure. Come on, where you doing your math at? It's not adding up. And another point that, this video had got to me, I got revelation from this video, man. It was an hour long. I had to like stay up past my bedtime because this conversation was so intriguing. And she said something, I mean, he was alluding to the fact that what happens as a result of this debauchery is women end up, or women grow older with kids and they end up laying their burdens on their kids to take care of them because they don't want their mother to be old and alone or have to go in a nursing home. So they end up having to financially solidify their parent, and they become a slave to their parent, and they don't even get to go live their own life. Boy, that just really hit home for me. It really did. Because I was like, we don't see it as that's the future that we're building. We don't see it. I even struggle to see that. So I know they don't see it. And so when we are building that level of disorder and disconduct, we are pretty much giving our children to child sacrifice. It don't seem like it because we're not killing them, but we're killing their dreams, their hope, their mental stability. We're killing so much more than just their lives. We're killing the actual livelihood. And so, you kind of bring them in on a bad end of the stick. And that's not fair to them. It's not fair to them. It's not. And we think it's just going to work out later on. Some man is going to come. Some amount of money is going to come. Some miracle is going to happen. All while the statistics are showing that black women are dying single. Black women are. You know how I really notice? Because my mom is a great wife, was a great wife to her husband. He's passed. But her sisters are not even married. I can name 2 or 3 of her sisters that are not married, unmarried, and they're old just like her. What's gonna happen? She's gonna die alone. Her kids still live with her, not because they want to live with her. Is she needs somebody there? What we gonna do? Put you in a nursing home? Let the nursing home take terrible care? I ain't saying all nursing homes don't do a good job, but some of them don't do a decent job. And you don't want your mother in that position where somebody's not gonna care for her like you would care for her, because your mother took care of you when you was younger. But even though that was her job, I don't know where we give extra brownie points for taking care of your responsibilities. That's your job. Duh, you gave birth to him. You laid in a bed and had sex to have that baby. You're not supposed to take care of it. You're supposed to give it to somebody else to do. Oh, you're supposed to get an abortion. Right. We're not adding up the facts. 2 plus 2 still equal 4. And if we keep going this wrong route, be kicked out the door. I'm just telling you the facts. The truth hurts sometimes. But the only way to really change the results or the outcome is to understand the truth and start making changes. Stop wishing and hoping for this thing to just work itself out. Stop. No man just gonna come and Hercules you off the ground. He's not gonna. You're not Princess Diana. Whatever them cartoons show you. You are not that. You're not the frog and the prince. The prince that kissed the frog, or whatever the case may be. You are not that. It's reality out here. It's real out here. People die alone. Men are in jail for life, for killing. They are deadbeat fathers. These things really exist. And we're sitting here wondering why we're depressed. Wondering why, because nothing in reality is showing you anything different than the results that you are getting from based on what you expect versus what you actually doing. That's why it's key that the Bible said faith without works is dead. If you believe for something, you better do the work to get to that thing you believe in. Don't just say it's just gonna happen because you want it or you hoping for it. It don't work like that. Even in my life, everything that I wanted, at least God gave me the strength to work for it. I can do all things through Christ Jesus who strengthens me. That's why I can do it. That's why it's working for me. It's not because, oh, I just hoping it's gonna work and I could just cross my hand and sleep all day and it's just gonna work. Proverbs say a lazy person is just gonna come on you. It's good. Poverty is gonna come on you. You're not working towards your goals. You think you are, because you go out and you do a little bit of hustling, but look at the results. Go look at the people. You looking at TV. TV is is it's really false reality. Most of the reality shows don't give you an accurate depiction of reality. The news don't give you accurate stories and information. All they ever say about black people is they doing crime. No, you depending on the news to give you the proper information. You got to do the research if you're gonna know. I thank God for the people who actually do the research, who actually get this information, and I thank God for YouTube for actually having a platform where people can share knowledge and share other things they experience. But it's almost like that's not even helpful, cause ain't nobody going looking for self help. They want help to just come from the wilderness out of the sky and drop on them. They want help to just randomly find them one day. They don't go seek the help. They don't get with the people who can want to help them. They don't even embrace and support people who would help them. They actually neglect, argue, and fuss with people who actually care. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? I gotta do my Obama hands. I don't get it. I don't get it. We are in a crisis. And if we don't wake up, we'll be in the Great Depression. I don't even think the Great Depression had to do with lack of money or lack of resources. It had to do exactly with what they're saying, a depression. When the money gets short and the resources start to get sucked into a few number of people, the people who are left are depressed because they can't make it work. Why? Because they were ignorant and listening to the people who had the wealth, who had the resources, who knew how to be successful. And what happened as a result of that? Years went by and they suffered, and finally people started figuring it out. Finally, after so much tragedy, so much crime, so much people homeless, and they finally figured it out. So I don't know if it's going to be any different in this time. I don't know. We'll have to see. But I'm going to speak on it. So maybe one or two or three people can get out of it. And maybe they can share their testimony and bring some other people out of it. So that's my goal. My goal is to share my knowledge so that maybe somebody else can help somebody else that can help somebody else. Because I don't believe everybody gonna attach to what I say. But I believe there's thousands out there I can impact, if not millions. But it's just gonna take us working together and understanding the issues of life. So y'all be keep your head up, be positive, push P, and we're gonna see where the future takes us. Y'all be best. Peace.